And this is a finished product. Messed up a little bit right here. This group here is supposed to be there, but it won't hurt. Yeah. And this is what you're going to need to be sitting on the turkey like this. So you just pull, there'd be another layer of feathers right here. You just pull that forward and come in here with your knife and cut down and just pop it all out. And then you have a big chunk of meat right there. That's the bone. And I just took a bunch of feathers off the very back. You can pluck all the feathers off. See where I cut them. And then now we're gonna go in with a knife and a wire brush. Pop these out. And then just take off as much of this meat as you can. Then when it thaws, I'll get back to you. And then you take this meat here and just start cutting away, making sure you don't take out the tail feathers. And once it thaws out enough, you can grab this layer of feathers here. Just grab all these ones with the color on them. That's the third row. Take that, come down right here, and take that off right there. Making sure you leave enough skin so they stay together so you can properly mount them. And then you just keep taking the meat off this. All right, then you take your wire brush and run it through those cracks there. Some people worry about taking this knuckle off here for the tail, but it doesn't really matter for me. You're just gonna have to leave it in the borax for a few more days. Over. Being sure to hold your feathers here so it doesn't mess them up. Alright, you can stop. Alright, then you take your third layer of feathers here. You lay a good coating of borax down. That's it. Alright. Then you take it, this one you really don't need to do much with. You take it, you can size it up to right here, if that's what you want to do, you know, set it up, figure out where you want it. Set it down onto this. Get roughly where you want it there. And take borax in your hand. Just ease it down onto it. You can work it on the sides right here if you want. Just make sure you get it fully coated. And then if you really want to, you can throw a few pins in, but I'm going to save the majority of the pins for the actual fan because this piece of feather is not really too important. And same gist with the fan. It's just going to be a little more, whatever word you use there. Gotta be a little more careful. Crush up all these big chunks in there. Alright, then you come right here, plop it down in there. Borax to the side, grab, I have my mom's sewing needles or sewing pins that I stole. But figure out roughly, you can grab the whole thing and spread it out like this, so you know and roughly where the full fan, or how it's gonna sit. So you plop that down. Come over here. Put one right there. Put this right there. And if one stays like that, you can just pull the next one and keep it like that. Keeping sure that it doesn't come in too far and you stretch it out too far on this side and ends up uneven. Alright, and then once you get it set up the way you want it to, really drop the borax down onto it. Just kind of work it in the feathers right there, but you don't want to get it too far up where it'll mess up the feathers. Because like here, I'll show you. This is Selverson's last year, and I had to get it wet because he left it in his garage and just rotten flesh everywhere, but it kind of like made the feathers a little greasy because it was left up in there and it was wet. And I know this is going to get a little wet, so just kind of keep away from these fluffy feathers. That's nice, spilt it over. And then just work it into the sides. Just like that. And I can't show what I did with these feet here because it's not school appropriate, but you just put them in a mound of borax.